John is brutally straightforward, and he's glaringly brilliant.
Looking at him, you wouldn't think much about him. He's not that impressive looking. But when you talk to him, you get a totally different view. He's one of the most compassionate, thoughtful, brilliant, bright humans that I know.
He just sort of gets bigger in the room, whatever room it is. You know, pretty soon when John talks, everybody stops talking and turns and listens because whatever he has to say is worth hearing.
From my friends in the law school, alumni of the law school, everybody said, have you talked to John Massey? Have you met John? Do you know what John thinks of this?
He has been a tremendously successful businessman. I know the last time I looked at Massey's resume, he had been on or was on something like 35 or 38 different corporate boards, had participated in 40 acquisitions and mergers, and is still, I believe, chairman of Neuberger Berman. He's still very active in the business world.
I can't imagine anyone who's given more as a volunteer to the law school than John Massey.
You know, I'd say John's always been a pretty special person. He's one of the most unpredictable people I knew, but he's also, for all that he's done, I think, extremely modest. And to be perfectly honest with you, I had no idea about the extent of his philanthropy until, I guess it was when he funded the chair for Professor Johansson about 7-8 years ago.
His philanthropy, as I've experienced it, is intended to cause a result.
There's a lot of things you can give time and money to, but I think he senses that he has made a difference at the law school, that he is appreciated at the law school, and they need his help, and he's well qualified to give it.
I think always first of his generosity and just willingness to talk to people, help them through problems. But when I really saw that very special quality is in his leadership of the Law School Foundation.
His dedication and devotion to that job and to his ability to increase our financial worth is exceeded by no one.
Well, I think John's intensity to UT is a deep sense of loyalty and an appreciation of the education that he got here.
John entered our law school knowing he never would practice law, but yet he diligently pursued a course of study for 3 years, and will tell you that some of the best teachers he had were at our law school, and it has caused him to endow the Massey Teaching Excellence Award to recognize that and to memorialize the excellence that he experienced when he was a student.
Well, the Lifetime Achievement Award it's meaningful for the award. You know, if John doesn't get it, who does? You know, the first couple of times we gave out the Massey Teaching Award, we were shamelessly credentialing the award. In other words, you know, if Stanley Johansson hadn't gotten it, it wouldn't have been worth much to the people that followed him. I think of this in the same way. You know, if John Massey doesn't get this, it's not worth much.
He has received every award that UT can give, but this one is not just because he's been so successful, but because he has dedicated so much of his ingenuity and heart and experience to solving a major issue for the law school that will keep it great and keep it in the big leagues of law schools in our country.
John and Libba, I think this award's as much for you as it is for John, but I want to express my most sincere congratulations to you, Massey, on this award, which, as we all know, is the highest award that the law school gives to an alum. It's well deserved, and your efforts are much appreciated.